Door gets smeared by Ryan Grimm. Ryan Grimm just seems so mild-mannered and even-keeled. Ryan Grimm smeared Jimmy Dore on Twitter over force of it. Why would Ryan Grimm do that? We'll have to check out that video in a second. That seems very, very interesting. So, go ahead and vote for Graham Elwood for Congress. That's a fantastic idea. Jimmy Dore gets smeared by Ryan Grimm. Let's hear
today's episode. I want to continue our discussion about...
So that's Jackson Hinkle with a terrifying introduction. And here's Anna Kasparian. Ladies and gentlemen.
Kamala Harris.
So hold on. Let me introduce you.
Although Warren's a little better.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Right? Kamala Harris tries to straddle
Anna Kasparian.
liberals and their disdain for Medicare for All, and then on the debate stage claim that she actually likes Medicare for All.
Yeah, so progressives like Medicare for All.
Yeah, okay, Stink. Now, what we have here is failure to communicate, right? So this is Anna Kasparian and Gene Ugard just telling us how much they love Bernie Care and Medicare for All, and how Warren doesn't have a good plan. Now, Gene is going to defend Elizabeth Warren, and Anna Kasparian is all in for Bernie, right? Bernie, Medicare for All. We're going to get Medicare for All. We don't even want Elizabeth Warren's stupid public option. We want Medicare for All. Anna Kasparian actually read the whole legislation. She's like one of the few journalists out there that's read the entire, it's a specific piece of legislation. Yeah, it's Bernie Care. What we're pushing for is Pramila Care. It's H.R. 1384. So I hope that Anna Kasparian's actually read the legislation that Force the Vote is pushing for, because it's not Bernie Care. It's not the same thing that, you know, that big-ass, but... It gets us closer to, it's like H.R. 40, right? That's just a study for reparations. Why wouldn't we do a study for, let's just do a damn study. H.R. 40, fucking pass that shit. God damn. What the fuck?
Defended Medicare for All. That's not a small thing.
You are correct in that, and I hope that that continues, because I'm sure those attacks against Medicare for All will continue.
Yeah.
But the question is, does she actually want to fight for Medicare for All? Should she win the Democratic nomination and become president?
Yeah.
So that's the question right now for Anna Kasparian. Does she want to fight for Medicare for All? Right now, Anna Kasparian, she doesn't want to fight. She seems she's got a good moment, a good idea, but she's like, fuck that thing. You know, Kevin McCarthy talks a bunch of right-wing talking points. Anna Kasparian, you know, she's a pioneer. So I have nothing but, you know, the greatest of respect for her, but I feel like I guess, you know, we'll just have to have another progressive champion, because she has been dethroned. She can't talk about Medicare for All anymore. She can't talk about health care. And her progressive credentials are seriously, you know, in jeopardy. She hates Tulsi Gabbard and Jill Stein, two very, you know, outspoken, independent women in American politics. Why does she hate these women so much? Is it just some, you know, female on female crime or some shit? Tulsi Gabbard, fantastic. What was it, the Stop Terrorism Act, or was it how she didn't vote for the, you know, big $900 billion oligarchical giveaway? What about Jill Stein? That precious revolutionary. She's the one that got the Green New Deal. She's the one, my God. Jill Stein is a precious revolutionary. And she's, you know, a national treasure, and we should have statues and sing songs about Jill Stein. We should show the love and respect that we have for Jill Stein. Fucking badass, spray painting shit on the goddamn bulldozer at Standing Rock, going to the debates, getting arrested because she says, hey, I'm a presidential candidate too. What the fuck? Yeah, I would do a debate in electoral college strategy if I was the Green Party candidate. So Jill Stein is just a fucking badass. Just a badass.
Yeah. So let me give even a couple more defenses of Elizabeth Warren, and then also tell you what I'm concerned about. So when some folks noticed that she had a new plan.
Yeah, interesting
stuff.
You
have a different perspective on this. For me, Medicare for All and, you know, a candidate's willingness to fight for it is a priority. It is incredibly important to me. And what...
Is it really? How important, man? It can't be that important.
Makes me worry is that while she claims that she supports Medicare for All on the debate stage, behind the scenes when she talks to certain people, she does change the messaging a little bit. And if she's not, first of all, if she's willing to be dishonest, that is a red flag. And if she's not willing...
That's a bridge too far. I don't think she's being dishonest.
Okay, all right. Well, let me give you one more piece of evidence, okay? So this was an interview in the spin room following the last Democratic debate. This is a CBS reporter. Take a listen to the question.
Wait, yeah, before we go to the video, I have not gotten to my concerns about Elizabeth Warren, and so I don't want, since it looks like we're so, and this is probably the top concern.
For all? I think that to have your own.
To watch the tape.
When are we going to see your plan on health care? Are you going to have your own plan?
I support Medicare for all. I think that's a good plan. And look, I support a lot of plans. Other things that people have come up with, when they're good plans, let's do it. This isn't some kind of contest. I got to think of mine first. Let's do it to the American people.
Right. Nice.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
like that
forced
clip
to vote.
because Anna pointed out.
And he likes that clip, right? But let's hear Elizabeth Warren again. So she is hedging, right? Essentially, she says she agrees with Medicare for all, but she doesn't have her own plan. Do you agree with Bernie Care? And she doesn't want to say she agrees with her opponent's plan. She should have, though. That would have been quick and easy and fantastic, and then we would have all been in, agreement. But since Elizabeth Warren was able to peel Gene Ugar off,
Top concern I have. Now he
doesn't really give a shit about Medicare for all.
When are we going to see your plan on health care? Are you going to have your own plan?
I support Medicare for all. I think that's a good plan. And look, I support a lot of plans. Other things that people have come up with, when they're good plans, let's do it. This isn't some kind of contest. I got to think of mine first. Let's do it to the American people.
Yeah, I like that clip because Anna pointed out I'm in the background. Anyway, no, seriously. That's not a good answer. It's a good plan.
I want to hear Anna. Shut up, Gene. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, Gene.
It is a contest.
Shut up.
I know I've explained this before, but I want to explain it again. Some people might argue, well, there's a public option in the healthcare system of other countries. It seems to be working well. Why are you against the public option here in the United States? Why do you demand a single-payer system? The reason why I think single-payer is a must when we reform our healthcare system is because if you have a public option, what is likely to happen under our current government and the way things usually work out in America? You create a two-tier system. And all of a sudden you have this system where private insurers will lobby, and they're going to lobby hard to ensure that the government doesn't provide, the public option doesn't provide enough coverage for the other, for various medical needs. And so that creates a need for the private insurers. You have no choice but to supplement the public option with private insurers. At that point, things can get expensive. We have too much corruption. A public option is not going to work in America. A good parallel or a good example to point to is our public education system. Look what happened to public education in America. It's been defunded. It's been dismantled. And so that's why I think it would be much stronger to move toward a single-payer system.
Yeah, there's another problem with the public option. Look, the public option is not terrible, and it's not, like, if you said to me public option...
Yeah. One more minute, Anna.
In the primaries, and her own...
Not how many voters might turn on her if they realize that she was playing this game. Now, I'll hand it to her in that she's definitely much more savvy than Kamala Harris has been when it comes to playing this game. But voters don't like to be lied to. They don't like dishonesty, and progressives are paying attention. And so if you think that you can claim that you're going to be a fighter for Medicare for All on the debate stage, and then later you end up not changing your language, right, it's going to stand out, and it's definitely standing out to people who are paying attention already. And one other thing, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but right now she's really trying to appeal to the establishment. There have been reports about that, and I'll give you some examples. And the way that she's doing it is, hey, you don't have to be afraid of me, but I do think that it makes sense for us to reform the Democratic Party, right? Reform the DNC. I think, putting things in her head, I think that she shouldn't be advised by them. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm very worried about that too. Again, to be fair to her, I think saying dishonest is a bridge too far. I think she's being purposely vague.
Yeah, fascinating stuff, Gene.